There's no way you take out that. He still has no damage. Oh no, Valentin, he's gonna solo a centipede? Surely not, guys. Surely not. Yeah, I know exactly what we're talking about, our spirit. I'll tell that story, actually. I know what you're talking about, but a lot of people probably don't. They're newer to the channel and stuff too. All right, so back when I was averaging like 25 viewers or something like that, I had a viewer, I remember his name too, I haven't seen him in years, but named Clint. Clint found the channel because I got hosted by Charlie Pryor. I don't know how I remember all these names. This was like 5 years ago or something. And we had like, I don't know, like I said, 25, 30 average viewers, right? And Clint said, hey, you know what you should do if you get to partnered on Twitch? You should play Dream Daddy. And I was like, oh yeah, all right, Clint. I'm never going to be partnered on Twitch. Whatever, sure. If I get to partnered, yeah, I'll play Dream Daddy, whatever. Right? I never thought I'd get partnered on Twitch. And then, like, 2 months later, I got partnered. I hadn't even really thought about it. Sure enough, here comes Clint. He comes over, and he immediately, on the very first stream where I had my check mark, Clint comes in, and he's like, hey, I got this clip for you. And he shows me the clip where I agree to play Dream Daddy. He's like, all right, I'll play it. I'll play it. And I was like, but you know what? I'm going to actually really play it. I'm not just going to, like, you know, half do it. I'm going to actually play it. So we're going to do a bonus stream. I'm going to get on Monday night, and I'm going to play Dream Daddy for like 8 hours. And I'm going to do all the voices. I'm going to read everything. We're going to do all the dates. We're going to date all the daddies. And so I get on there, and I play Dream Daddy, right, for that night. And I started having people come in and telling me to stop playing it. And then I started getting messages from people. I got whispers. I wasn't planning on playing it a second night, but I got whispers that said things like, hey, if you ever play that gay game again, I am not coming back to your channel. I will unsubscribe. And I was like, well, screw you then. I'm going to play it again. Like, I wasn't planning to, but I got messages from people telling me not to play it again. They're like, how dare you play that gay game and push this gay agenda? And I was like, well, screw you then. I'm going to play it. So the very next day, I canceled the Darkest Dungeon stream, and I went in and I played Dream Daddy for another 8 hours and finished all of it. So I ended up dating all the daddies. I did all of it. I played through the entire series. If you want to see it, it's on the archive channel. It was really ridiculous. I could not believe I was getting messages from people telling me they would never come back if I played Dream Daddy again. And I was like, well, screw it then. I'm doing it. So it's like, maybe I don't want you to come back. So min-max Dream Daddy. Oh man, it's an old playthrough, but yeah, it's hilarious. Yeah. 100% of a game just to spite homophobes. That's exactly what I did. Yeah. Mech cluster. We were just talking about how we hadn't been getting mech clusters. Auto mortar mech cluster initiates in 5.5 days. There's a low shield. That's a pretty chunky cluster. Low shield, low shield. Okay, so they changed some things with mech clusters. So in 1.4, you can no longer wake up mech clusters how you've been able to ever since alpha. So if you didn't know, used to you could go into furniture and you could spam sleeping spots and they would wake up. They fixed it. Look at that. After like almost 10 years of that working, you might be saying to yourself, what, 10 years? Yeah, go look at when RimWorld first hit Kickstarter, when the trial version, the alpha version was out. Yeah, you can't do that anymore. So if we want to wake this up, we got to hit it with just build a roof. Yeah, we got to hit it with a mortar or wait till a raid comes through. So okay, let's go ahead and clear out some of this work area. Don't want them coming out here unless they're coming out to repair or something. I don't want the kids coming out and hanging out down here, you know. Yeah, we'll go ahead and clear that off for now too. I don't think I have any else on the map, but just in case, we'll just do this because I have put some out to get loot and whatnot. Clusters are a royalty thing. They are, yep. But I have all the DLCs, so. Oh, you mean because of the bed thing? It worked on any sleeping mechs or anything that could be triggered by placing the beds. So that's the function they fixed. Yeah. I get what you mean. So waking up mech clusters specifically started in royalty, but spamming down sleeping spots to do things like aggro bugs back then. I don't know if they fixed that one actually. And then when they made it so mechs, the ships where the mechs land, when they made it so that mechs could come out of there, sometimes you could pull mechs that way. There was another one too. It's like mechs on the temporary maps. The mechs on the temporary maps that are sleeping, like for quests and things, you could wake those ones up and pull them to you. Like all you had to do was put a sleeping spot within, I think it was 5 tiles of a mech, and they would wake up. And it used to also cause bug spawns. I wonder if they fixed that part of it. I kind of just assumed that was fixed with it, but yes, you are right. Mech cluster specific mech clusters didn't exist until royalties. From what the patch note said, sleeping spots like that no longer count as structures, so that it doesn't like wake things or pull things anymore. But actually, now that you've asked that question, I kind of want to test and see if that really does still work or doesn't work with insect spawns and stuff. Can't you put a chair down there?
Level reached.
Yeah, but then you would have the pond exposed. The whole point of doing the spot was that it would wake them up without having anyone go down there in danger at all. Do you think it would be possible to do a run with all sliders set to max? Probably not, because you'd probably just starve to death, Symphony, honestly. How do you wake them up from a distance now? You either hit them with a mortar or you hit them with like a long-range weapon, like a sniper rifle. I do need to get a little bit more wood so that we can make some more beer barrels. So let's go ahead and expand the work back down here. I know I just turned this work section off, but that's all right. And I need to decide what we're going to do next. I think we're going to end up trying out the minigun craziness. We'll go ahead and get this moved out, and we'll get the minigun area set up. Give me any tips about how to manage your stockpile. It always gets so big, and you need to dig more of the mountain base, etc. All right, so there's a couple things going on there, Tal. You'll notice in my runs that usually I don't make fridges or freezers at all. And so what I try to do in a normal run, it's different in this one because we're eating so much, but in a normal run, I try to set up meals to where I only make enough meals that we need, that we will eat within 3 days before they rot. That way I don't need freezer or cooler for my meal stockpile. I also make sure they use things that are gonna deteriorate faster first, like meat. So I'll set up multiple of these to use like meat and animal products first, and then I'll have the vegetation one. So that's first off. I then try not to overproduce food. I am overproducing in this one on purpose because we're doing a lot of vat births, which take a lot, and our dwarves are all basically gourmand, right? So I am not abiding by that in this, but that's how I usually do in my playthroughs. So the other thing that I do is I make sure that I am smelting. I have a lot of smelting rules to smelt anything that I don't need and burn the things that aren't valuable that I don't need. I do the same thing in the crematorium, and I'll set a lot of those up. But I do the rules on like everything I'm making. So for instance, even on stone blocks, right? On stone blocks, I have it make until we have X. I'm not going to need more than 200 at a time in here, and probably less than that. So I don't need 1,000 blocks laying around, giving me more raiders, but also taking up more space like you're talking about. And I try to do that with just about everything. Now, in addition to that, I will dump wealth and items a lot to traders. So I will get a caravan, and I will go trade all the excess stuff. Like right now, I'm waiting to trade these. But in general, that's what I do with stockpiles. Is I only produce how much I need. I set rules to only produce how much I need. I only grow just slightly more than what I need, depending on the playthrough. And then I try to minimize just the stuff that I'll never use. If you have something laying around that you're just never going to use, then go trade it, go sell it, whatever. Give it as a gift even. You can drop it as a gift or dump it off as a gift or literally give it to a trader on your map as a gift. There is a gift button in the bottom right of the trade menu that you can gift it. And if none of those things are true, if you can't do that with any of it, and there's no use in it at all, dump it outside, let it deteriorate, or literally dump it on the world map. So the combination of all those things will help. You can go to exclamation wealth as well for a little bit, well, a lot more information. I do have a wealth guide and stuff like that. How do you only grow what you need? So I know how many plants of each type and each soil per colonist makes it so that they can live off simple meals forever. So I know that number, so I only make that on normal playthroughs with a little over in case I get things like refugees that need to eat or something like that. All right, so that's cleared out. We're just gonna start with some limestone there, I guess. Just some normal limestone walls.
Our modest fellowship expands. Praise the sub.
Okay. Coming mech raids here is basically set up just outside. What kind of mech raid? Is it a mech boss summon? Is it a breach raid? Or is it just a standard normal mech raid? Because it depends. Boss summons don't have collision, so that's why. Snuffalo. You cannot cause collision with boss mech summons or sappers or breachers. Yes, I am specifically talking about the question they asked with the turret. The turret or the door with a zonable creature from the pathing guide does not work against those three. Obviously, they will eventually have collision when you enter combat with them by psy-casting them or shooting them or something like that, just like everything. So they won't stay stacked forever. But no, you can't cause pre-collision with those type of raids with those ways from the pathing guide now. I think I'm going to do double doors here. In fact, I'm actually going to use auto doors because we need to get through there quickly. So we're going to go... We'll even do plasteel auto door. Start there. Why are the two barricades in front? It's going to be kind of hard to explain until the raid happens, and I'll show you. But it's a specific setup for manipulating specifically pikemen and snipers. You're never sure if it helped. It can absorb. So the benefit of this one, it doesn't give you more cover. So Reeve, what it ends up doing is it adds another target that mischance can end up hitting on. So like if you have a pawn here and something misses, it can occasionally, it's very low, but it can occasionally, you know, absorb a shot, which is worth it. What happened to my high mate? They're just sleeping. You didn't see her? No. She's moved down the line. So basically, I use her as a block or as a selection between our real good combat colonists, our adult combat colonists, and the children and the meat shields, pretty much. All right. No, I don't have a guide on breachers anywhere, no. The best thing to probably watch with breachers is my Transhumanist run, because that was when breachers were bugged and there were 93% of every raid, like literally 93%. Back when ideology was new. So if you click like in the late episodes of that, you'll see that I have just like breacher defense every friggin' where. But there is a new kind of breacher thing that I'm implementing in this one that we're talking about on the Discord, and I'll just talk about it a little bit, and then I'll put it into action later. But so right now, there's this weird thing happening where when you have a breach raid, if you have a powered pathable turret where the breach raid is coming, the non-breacher entities in that raid will break rank and go to attack it. So what this does, if you have it placed properly, and I'm not sure it is in this base, I might have to move it over here. But what that means is, let's say we have a breach coming up through here, and it's a pirate breach, and there are 6 people throwing frag grenades, and there are 20 people that don't have frag grenades. So right now, in practice and in dev mode and things like that, what's happening is, you get a breacher raid, you open this. What happens is when they come here, the ones that don't have the grenades break off and they come all the way in to try to get to the turret. They don't have collision, so you have to be a little bit careful with that. But they come in to get to the turret, and you kill all them, and then all you have left are just literally the breachers. It even works with mechs. Mechs will break rank to go try to kill that single turret, and the termite will keep doing its job. It'll keep breaking through. Same thing with tribals, like the ones with breach axes will still do their thing, and the other ones will break rank to try to get to that turret. That is how it's working every single time right now in like dev mode and stuff like that. But the position of the turret, there seems to be like a breakpoint, like a distance breakpoint. So I'm going to be testing it. I might even put another one over here. It's like nothing for me to do so, I guess. So I might as well do it just in case. But yeah, it's a very weird thing that's going on. But even smart breachers try to avoid turrets, but apparently that AI is only literally the breaching unit. I'm already back out of steel because of this. I'll just do some strip mining over there, and then we'll put the drills here after. Gotta remember there's a mech cluster out there too. Oh my god. Well, it looks like we're going to stop scanning for just a little bit. Need some organ donors. It's in our ideology. We can't harvest organs. We have to buy them. So I need to buy a stomach, or I can make one of the special stomachs eventually. Wait, we actually got to the detoxifier kidney, right? Hang on. So we can make him the detoxifier kidney. Is there any downside to it? The item is ugly. They can't see the kidney. That's just the item's beauty. So if the kidney's laying on the ground, the item is ugly. Hey, you look like a guy that has an ugly kidney. I don't like you anymore. What do you mean I look like a guy that has an ugly kidney? I don't know, man. I can just tell there's something about you. Sounds reasonable. Social fight started. Reason, insulted kidneys. The item beauty on it's always misleading. Yeah, it is. Yeah, to be completely fair, it's just funny. Compared to Adam's kidney to a gazelle. Adam is now hiding in his room. So it was interesting. Was it 1.3? I think it was 1.3. During the first patch notes for 1.3, there was a line in the patch notes. I remember reading it very clearly, and it said, stomachs are no longer a vital organ. And I was like, what? So they need a lot of food when they don't have a stomach. Apparently it just goes right through them, right through them. In real life, they're technically not either, yeah. It is nice, though, that they did that, because before, he would just be dead. Before, when you got a destroyed stomach, that character was just dead. A tube with arms and legs, yeah. All right, well, there is the bionic stomach. Goat. Let's get that installed. I like how it's still there, but it's just grayed out for the open thing. Wait, are you a lady goat? Are you a lady goat? Can't just ask goats if they're lady goats or not. All right, Claw, you ready to do some surgery on Goat? Let's do it. Do you not have a hospital? This is a hospital. But no, not yet. We don't need one yet. Goat now has a bionic stomach. Way to go, Goat. Just make sure you don't get hit with any EMP devices. Oh, no. Uh-oh. Whoops. I forgot we scanned that hole over there. Well, now drop pods can go through there. Now we can actually get drop pod rated from this side. Huh. That's not too big of a deal. If we leave this door open and only close it when we have raids coming through, drop pod raids there will just pass this way anyway. So it's not a huge thing, I guess. And actually that gives us a lot of scanner space. So if we, is that rich soil? Ooh, look at that. Guys, we found where we can grow our Devil Strand. There's also components down there. We found our Devil Strand grotto. Nice. I did this on purpose, by the way. I absolutely knew that. I remembered it. Just playing it up for the stream, obviously. Way to go, me. No, I even mentioned it earlier. I was like, that area is hollow. We scanned it. It's bad and good at the same time, yeah. It's a nice little Devil Strand grotto. The mortar can hit there, yep. That's why I'm not setting that up for them to mine yet. I'm not playing Devil Strand until we're done with this. I might just go ahead and try to take out the auto mortar. I was kind of waiting for a raid, but I might do it. No power cells, unfortunately. Can build the ship there. That's true. That does open up ship launch viability. I was gonna do the royalty ending. That actually opens us up to maybe do ship launch if we want instead. That's not a quest cluster, no. That's not a cluster. It's a maze. Man, those mortars that are hitting are being really precise. Holy crap. No more of that. Chill out. What's scary? 10 scythers or 4 centipedes? 4 centipedes. 100%. I'd rather fight 1,000. Literally, I would rather fight 1,000 scythers than 25 centipedes. Vat Dwarf has become a child. Are we going to grow them the normal way, or we're just going to make them Vat soldiers? 1 centipede size scyther or 5 scyther size centipedes? Still the scyther size centipedes are scarier. Let's make them Vat Dwarfs still. We're going to get a Vat grown army here. See how they function. Yeah, we're going to wait on that mech cluster before we start doing the rest of this setup. Healthy Vat, baby. Isn't it better to put beds right next to the door? No, because then I can't melee block. So this entire base and all the doors aside from this one are very specifically placed because of insects. So I need 3 wide on as many doors as I can so that I can 3 wide melee block. Can a colony this size fail? Absolutely, 100% it can. I've lost runs with 50 colonists, yep. Yep. Goat. Install the detoxifier kidney. Goat, you are a full Dwarven person now. How strong can a raised pawn be? Children that you raise can be just god pawns. They are so good. If you get them at max growth tier, they get 3 passions and a choice between a lot of different traits at different stages of their life. So they can end up with like, well, let me show you one of them that we raised last night. Where is that one? We have a really, look at this. Fast learner, great memory, 8 passions, quick sleeper. This kid could just be good at everything other than because of animals, because we're dwarves, but they can become just crazy. Like, imagine how rare this pawn would be without raising them, to just roll this pawn. 8 passions, 3 top tier traits. These are from genetics, so ignore those, but just really crazy. And this kid was raised in a vat until he was 3, and then was raised, yeah, and he's only 13, yeah. And children are overpowered. If you keep your children safe and you keep their learning maxed out, it's really nuts. It's really nuts. No, tribal children do not get natural meditation right now, unfortunately. Look at this wealth increase. Oh my god. We're only like 100,000 off from raid cap. Oof. That's pretty scary. Okay, we're gonna do this to speed up the walking through here. We're lining up. I don't want it down the middle. Might as well do this while that mech cluster's out there. What's raid cap? Raid cap is 10,000 raid points. Does 5% have the same raid point cap? It's the same raid point cap of 10,000, but you get there way faster, yeah. Depending on how you play and how many pawns you have, you're usually there at about 250,000 to 270,000 wealth. You can't paint armchairs? You can paint so many things. Wait, so you can't paint chairs, but you can paint, I guess it makes a little bit of sense. I really was upset that you can't paint the ship, though. You can paint basically all structures, but you can't paint the ship. I want to paint my ship red. We would have went faster to space if I could paint it red. Can't paint bridges. Defoliator Ship also. Oh, God. Yeah, we're getting up there in raid cap. We're pretty close. We're getting up there. This is interesting. I haven't had any of these I talked about, and here they are. All right, cool. We can't wake these up anymore with the sleeping spot either, so. How do you get so much wealth? So the big jump in wealth is because there's 2 things happening. I started making, or 3 things. I started the hydroponic farm. I started making more mushrooms, and I set up clothing rules. And as you may have saw, we were pumping out like masterwork and legendary clothing. Hey, can you guys go wake up that Mech cluster for me? Thanks. What's the goal and numbers of colonists? I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. Animals won't attack hibernating mechs. Look at them. The mech cluster's trying to hit those prisoners with the mortar. Go wake that cluster up for me, combo. Combo, please. Oh, Sam. Sam, quick on his feet. She dodged that like a pro. Some like Mike Tyson dodging there. These are the bravest or the stupidest tribals of all time. Perhaps both. Oh! Sam. Whoa, Sam. Combo is sad. Like, wait, what happened? Sam, don't ever turn your back to a mortar. Combo, what are you doing? Combo, do you want vengeance? Combo thought better of it. All right, Combo's out. Wow, I'm glad I went and watched that. I'm glad I went and watched that random tribal get killed. Royal Tribute Collector. Oh. Oh. Do it. Do it. Oh, they're doing it. Those are some dead Empire people there. What's this big red ring? I don't know. This is our fault, by the way. Alexios getting flamethrowered. He's never ran into a Scorcher before. Aeneas over here behind the tree, shooting into the low shield like an idiot. Dioros, Valentin. Man, the ones in the bottom left getting just surrounded by Scythers. Theo dead. It's Valentin's last stand. Valentin, are you gonna stand your ground? You're gonna try to get out. Oh, he took out a Scyther. Valentin. Dealing some real damage to that. What? I gotta watch this. Can you take out that mech? There's no way you take out that. He still has no damage. Oh no, Valentin, he's gonna solo a centipede? Surely not, guys. Surely not. Valentin, I need to go man our tunnel. He is actually winning. I've never seen this. Valentin, I'll be right back. I gotta grab my people. What? He did it! No way! No way! What? Oh! And he's leaving the map. If he gets off the map, oh my god. Are you winning, son? Go, Valentin, go. I'll come check for your corpse in a minute. Not that there will be one. Oh crap, that door got held open. Okay, well, whatever. Okay. Valentin, did you make it? Guys, he made it off the map. Valentin made it off. He went into, he was the last survivor. He went in there. He took out an entire, he took out a centipede by himself. And then he walked off the map. Valentin got off. He did, he did. He's the main character. He's almost Tiberius level, yeah. He wouldn't want a centipede with a chain shotgun and then walked off the map at half health, yeah. Still more coming. Valentin will be the next seed. Yeah, he had great cover. He took 75% cover. I can't believe he killed. He had, I was wondering how he wasn't missing. But he had, what was it, 17 shooting? It was 15 shooting, 17 melee, thank you. I had him reversed. Still one more, okay. I guess I can just stop throwing the EMPs unless it's a boss mech. We can get more firepower that way.